Welcome back, my friends. We are going back into the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We hopefully will crack this egg.
You will give me an egg.
Yep. The time has come for yet another Sherlock Holmes Logic and Reasoning Spectacular. First, let me get into my pose.
It's always the game is a foot, but never a hand.
Yeah. Mystery Man's aim. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured to this pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street.
He's not reacting to the stage light like everybody else does.
But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you here to the shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer.
No.
The piece of paper in your hand is a staff wanted advertisement for this very shop. Yet even the most unobservant would soon realize that a man of your appearance has no need for such employment. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutch into your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot! I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak is, of course, the missing ferrule?
It's the foot of the cane.
The end of any walking cane would be terminated with a metal ferrule to protect the wooden tip. And yet detailed analysis shows the wooden tip of this stick to be utter bare. I see. I see.
Utterly bare.
Utterly bare. I think most people would be able to see that without the goggles, my guy, but...
I mean, they could have noticed something else as well.
Therefore, there is only one conclusion. The rod that you hold in your hand, which appears to be a walking cane, is in fact no cane at all.
So, question. I forget what his name. Oh, Benedict.
Eggert Benedict.
Okay, so those aren't his initials. What was that guy we defended with the Irish accent's name?
Oh, McGilded.
Yeah, Magnus McGill. So it's not him either. This cane belongs to somebody completely else.
Yeah, we'll see. You recoil, sir. Something wrong? And in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer of the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? For you see, it is a super rod, known for catching Gondine. I don't know why you'd want to catch a Gondine, because they are mediocre, but alright. Yes, your reaction betrays the truth.
It's a cane sword.
The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle you see. Nah. For the moment I saw it, my suspicions were aroused. It's not the only part of me that's aroused, if you get what I'm saying.
Using the spray bottle.
Stop it. What walking cane demands such a stout handle? Mused I. Oh no, now he's talking in the third person again. But of course, as I said, this is no walking cane. No, that rod is the broken handle of a shovel. Are you insane, man? And now, having determined this undeniable truth, the conclusion is clear. Your true motive for coming here is to take employment at this establishment in order to excavate the ground beneath the premises.
No.
What a calculated crime you have conceived, sir. A wickedly calculated crime.
No. In fact, the evidence is way more clear in this one than the previous ones.
Great crime. Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue. for we must explore the details of this elaborate crime you had in the planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, intend to excavate the ground beneath this pawnbrokery with a broken shovel? What on earth do you propose I could expect to find there? Some long-forgotten treasure, I suppose? Save for such a fanciful theory, what possible reason could I have to do as you say? But there is ample reason. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. And your furtive glance is more telling than I could have hoped. What? Let us consider what would motivate a man to infiltrate a shop such as this and covertly dig beneath its floor. The answer is revealed by the council notice on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. This letter gives notice to public works to be carried out in the local area. And according to the enclosed plan of the upcoming sewage works, beneath this shop runs a sewer that adjoins another, one that runs under the bank on the opposite side of the road. This madness has entered the sewers now, has it? By excavating the ground beneath our feet, you would gain access to the waterway that flows in very close proximity to the great vault of the financial institution opposite. What are you? In summary, sir, you devised a master plan to pull off an elaborate bank robbery in dint of the underground tunnels. By dint of the underground tunnels. Master plan? Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lucrid scheme. Lurid scheme. Lurid screams. With what plunder did the thief hope to make off from the underground vault of the bank? Are you quite serious? Having consulted with Scotland Yard some days ago, I happen to know the answer. But naturally, the answer is no secret to you, is it, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what it is.
Oh, cucumber.
Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know. A postcard of the Great Exhibition? I'm afraid you've quite lost it. Currently in the final stages of preparation, the Great Expedition will soon be underway. And the government has provided extra funds to complete its centerpiece, the Crystal Tower. Funds that currently sit in the vault of the bank on the other side of this road. Pardon? Yes, the considerable crime you have been contemplating is the theft of that which sits in the vault of that bank, the special reserve funds for the Great Exhibition. Of course, that is top secret police information, so keep it under your hat, please.
Bruh.
Literally everyone in the room is just going... Or more accurately, Ryunosuke and Susato.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Ryunosuke and Iris are doing that.
Yeah.
Thus concludes Herlock Sholmes' great deduction of this pawnbroking puzzle.
No. Mr. Sholmes?
Well, Mr. Naruto?
An
impressively upbeat deduction for a detective racked with loneliness, would you agree?
Was it true what you said about the bank over the... Excuse me. Over the road and what it has in its vault?
Indeed. Though few know of its existence, it is one of the government's most closely guarded secrets.
Which is not something you should be sharing.
Gregson told me, in the strictest confidence. But you just announced it to everyone here, rather loudly, in fact.
And if it's such a big secret, how would Mr. Benedict have come to find out about it?
There could be but one explanation for that. Clearly it is because the man is a criminal. What if he didn't know anything about the money in the vault? If he is a criminal, as you said, then buying a brand new shovel is sure to be the first thing he does now that you've revealed the secret. Oh.
Or if he doesn't, maybe Mr. Windybank will. He already has plenty of shovels here, after all.
Oh, my life! I assure you, I'm not so unscrupulous. Well, hopefully this has taught you a valuable lesson. Sensitive information must be handled with the utmost of care.
Which you don't have.
One can never be sure that someone privy to secrets won't disclose them. And once the word is out, it's out.
Perhaps I'll think twice before confiding in you next time, Mr. Sholmes.
An excellent idea, Mr. Naruto. An excellent idea. Well then, Mr. Naruto, you know what to do, I'm sure.
Yes. Let's listen to that great deduction again and see if we can massage it into shape.
Very well then. Let us start once more from the beginning. Of Herlock Sholmes' magnificent logic and reasoning spectacular. Magnificent isn't the word I would use, but okay. Course correction. First of all, we must ask ourselves on what business you ventured into the pawnbrokery today. You claim to have followed this pickpocket here, having had the redemption ticket stolen from you on the street. But that is most certainly a lie. The real truth is something quite different. As revealed by that which you hold in your hand. Yes, what brought you to the shop in the first place is the staff recruitment flyer.
So, by Mr. Sholmes' reasoning, Mr. Benedict came here in order to apply for a job so he could dig down through the floor?
Yes, in an attempt to tunnel into the sewers to gain access to the money in the vault of the bank across the road. But he wouldn't get very far with a broken shovel, would he?
No, I think it's fair to say that his motives lie elsewhere. The question is where? What did Mr. Benedict hear at this particular... What did bring Mr. Benedict here at this particular point in time? Yeah, I thought so. It's behind the sheet.
Oh. Look at all the scribbled notes on the back of the flyer here.
You don't believe it.
What is it?
Listen to what it says. Name, Gina Lestrade. Height, 5'2". Green cap, scruffy waistcoat, grubby white shirt, blue satchel, ragged. It's a detailed description of Miss Lestrade.
Goodness.
There's even a sketch of her, hat and all. Although, if he showed it to her, she'd fire that smoke grenade launcher in his face for sure.
And look, the details of this shop have been written down here too. Windy Bank's Pawnbroker, Baker Street. Redemption deadline, 15th April.
Which is today's date. Why would Mr. Benedict have all that information scrawled on the back of that piece of paper?
Good question. Good question. Maybe if we present this. Okay.
Take that!
I love that. I have to every single time.
Yes, what brought you to this shop in the first place is the info about Miss Lestrade.
Quite so, my dear friend. It would appear that the writing and sketch on the reverse of the flyer pertain to the pickpocket Miss Lestrade and to Mr. Windybank's pawnbroker.
You originally told us that you had merely given the chase after Miss Lestrade stole the redemption ticket from you.
But that, sir, is a thinly veiled lie.
It is the information on the back of the flyer that led you here today, by which I mean here to Windybank's pawnbrokery, and today the redemption deadline for that overcoat.
So you waited outside for the young girl matching the description you have written down to arrive. And you have gone to some lengths to hide the reason for your pursuit of Miss Lestrade. In other words, there is some ulterior motive for your actions. The cane, which you unwittingly clutched to your person, exhibits an incontrovertible contradiction. What utter rot. I've had this cane for years. The contradiction of which I speak of is, of course, the missing ferrule. I hope I'm saying that right.
Just call it ferrule.
Ferrule.
What's a ferrule?
It's the metal cap commonly found at the end of a cane, Mr. Naro.
Ah, the bit that makes the nice clacking sound on the pavement?
Yes, exactly. And Mr. Sholmes is right. It appears to be missing on this cane.
But it doesn't actually look broken, does it?
No, it doesn't. Though the gentleman certainly did recoil when Mr. Sholmes identified the cane as suspicious.
In other words, there's some secret about the cane that Mr. Benedict would rather we don't know.
Well,
I'm calling it now.
We were literally looking at it.
Yeah, I'm calling it now. Besides that information, it's a cane sword.
Yeah.
Look here, Mr. Zato. Squeaky chairs. There's some letters on the handle.
Ah, yes. Those must be initials, I think. In the West, it's customary for people to engrave their belongings with the first letters of their names.
So Herlock Sholmes would be HS, you mean?
That's right. And the initials on this cane, obviously... Oh.
AG? Why does it feel as though that's not quite right?
It's not right, because if his name was Eggert Benedict,
It would
have been
EB. Yeah.
So AG. AG, so... You... It's funny how, at this point, his initials are the initials for silver.
Yeah. The contradiction of which I speak, of course, is the initialing.
A most astute observation, wouldn't you say, Mr. Eggert Benedict? We are led to believe, sir, that your initials are EB. Yet in the most possessive manner, you have in your grasp a cane bearing the initials AG. An incontrovertible contradiction indeed, would you not agree? No, you're wrong. This cane isn't...
You said before that you'd had this cane for years. So don't try and tell us that you just borrowed it from a friend or found it in the park.
It was a gift from my granddad.
Yeah, why did he initial it wrong?
They were his initials.
Uh-huh.
In short, though you hold yourself to be a gentleman, you have withheld your true name.
Okay.
You recoil, sir. Something wrong? Well, and in your recoiling, you inadvertently facilitate the answer to the next conundrum to present itself. Namely, what is the truth behind this rod you bear? Yes, your reaction betrays the truth. The handle, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle you see.
Let's consider the bare bones of what happened here. Miss Lestrade redeemed that fine-looking overcoat, and now a mysterious man has appeared introducing himself with a fake name, and claiming that the overcoat belongs to him.
But we know that he actually identified Mr. Lestrade from a written description, which suggests that everything else he's told us is untrue.
So what we need to do here is somehow prove that the overcoat cannot possibly belong to him.
We have to make sure it doesn't be short to him.
Uh-huh. It doesn't fit him. His shoulders are too wide.
Yeah. Oh, the seam on the shoulder there is falling apart. Look!
So it is.
Do you know, a moment ago when Mr. Benedict was surprised by something that was said, I thought I heard him make a rather strange sound. It sounded a bit like a tiny growl. But now I think it was possibly the sound of the seam ripping open.
If you look closely, it seems to be a very tight fit. The sleeves are stretched to bursting. He wouldn't have hope of fastening it at the front. If he were to run around in it, I'm sure the whole thing would fall apart.
That I'd like to see.
Sorry.
So how can we make Mr. Benedict run around?
She's really giving this some thought.
I love the fact that, like, unlike Phoenix and Maya, where one is 100% a gremlin and the other isn't, both of them have their, like, gremlin moments.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, she presents herself as very prim and proper, but she's kind of a little bit of a gremlin as well.
She's not afraid to backflip you.
Take that!
Sumalua!
Okay. Zyka wants tea, and either of you guys go to the washroom. The split seam, which you evidently would like to conceal, is the key to understanding this riddle you see.
Yes, because the overcoat is rather obviously a poor fit.
Having forced it above your, over your broad shoulders, the seam is already breaking apart.
My suspicions were aroused from the outset. When you so baldly lied about your name and so boldly waylaid this pickpocket. This catalog of untruths has all been for one very specific purpose. To steal the article that the young girl redeemed for Mr. Windybank. Arg! But what really irks me is this. The considerable crime I initially imagined has been considerably curtailed. And I just revealed personal information. Oops.
To abscond with a redeemed item.
Now we need to know why. We need to figure out why.
Yeah.
Now, Mr. Benedict, let us continue.
I don't know. It's gonna be so off base.
Where we must expose the details of this elaborate crime you have in your planning. This is utterly absurd. You suggest that I, a gentleman, design a wheeze to filch some tawdry article of pawnage? Have you forgotten that I redeemed the article in the proper manner using the watchword? Had I not been able to been the one to deposit it in the first place, how could I possibly have known the relevant details? N'est-ce pas? Oh, but the watchword can be discovered. As you are only too well aware, Mr. Benedict. Ah, and your furtive glaze is more telling than I could have hoped.
It's in the book.
What? Yeah, the book that's open.
Yeah.
Bruh.
The only thing that requires skill is his ability to read it upside down.
Yeah. Let us consider how one might come to learn a secret watchword relating to the pawned property of another. The method is revealed by the council notice on the counter of which your eyes were inadvertently drawn. The direction of the deduction must change rather dramatically now, I think.
Yes, no more talk of tunneling into the sewers. Which is a pity, because it all sounded rather exciting. Anyway, you can't deny that this mysterious gentleman did know the watchword.
Yes, Professor. If you didn't know that word, Mr. Windybank would never allow you to redeem the article.
Or, looking at it another way, if you did know that word, Mr. Windybank would allow you to redeem the article whether it was yours or not. So the question is, could this gentleman have found the watchwords out somehow? Book. Oh. Look at this, Mr. Zato.
Ah, it appears to be a memo that Mr. Windybank has scribbled to himself.
Let's see, what does it say? Oh, Professor!
I think they both had the moment of just looking at each other when they saw that.
You dense motherfucker! Mr. Windybank must make a note of the watchwords his customers give him right before their eyes. and an alarmingly clear script as well.
Oh dear, I don't know where to look. Who knows what other secrets I might see? Really, Mr. Windybank? Nurses? I don't know what you're talking about.
Notelet.
Take that!
It's like he's using brick break on the word.
The method is revealed by the notelet on the counter to which your eyes were inadvertently drawn.
Yes, the broker here follows the same procedure whenever a customer comes to redeem an article. He asks the customer for the watchword and notes down the response uttered on the note that he has in hand. Then he consults his ledger and confirms whether or not the watchword matches that of the article in question. I would expect nothing less of a diligent pawnbroker.
But his diligence clearly had its disadvantages.
What are you talking about?
He would write the word before.
It is increasingly apparent that you were present in this shop before your accusation against Miss Lestrade. In all likelihood,
you followed her inside, then observed her talking to Mr. Windybank.
quite obviously. When the diligent broker made a note of the watchword, as is his common practice.
You observed him writing the word professor on the notelet beside the ledger.
And that, sir, was the master plan you devised to steal the pawned article from the young Miss Lestrade. Master plan! My master plan. Which brings us at last to the final chapter of this lucrative scheme.
And it's ironic because the next line of that song is, I am the Eggman.
I am the Eggman. He is the Eggman.
Yeah.
He is the Eggert Man.
Yeah.
Why would you go to such lengths to redeem that particular article from this pawnbroker? Are you quite serious? For an ill-fitting overcoat hardly seems to justify the effort, much less the worthless music box disc. But naturally, you had very good reason to make them yours, didn't you, Mr. Benedict? I have no idea what you're talking about. Allow me to present a rather interesting piece of evidence. You see, this picture postcard tells us all we need to know.
No, it doesn't. Not anymore. The articles we're talking about are the overcoat and the music box disc that was in one of the pockets.
Which, according to Mr. Windybank, isn't even worth a penny.
And yet this man went to such lengths to steal it. Why?
I wonder if perhaps we already have the evidence we need to explain it, Mr. Narwhal.
Could we? Really? I'd better have a look through all of the evidence we've collected so far. It's the discs. Like, literally, they gave us the... we only have...
For
McGilded. Yeah, I knew it was for McGilded.
Oh, there's a little scrap of paper stuck onto the reverse side of the disc. Look. And a scribbled word or two. It looks like somebody's name. For McGilded.
McGilded? It couldn't be.
But it is, Mr. Narnaho. A name I shall never forget for as long as I live.
I am burned into my retinas.
Look, there he is! Torch! Fire still! I think we need to get... Are you seeing this? I'm seeing it too. I think we might need to go see a doctor, Susato.
But why? Why is his name on this?
That's a good question.
That just raises further questions!
I mean, yeah. But, yeah. I think now we can present it.
Hi-ya!
Take that!
You see, this music box disc tells us all we need to know.
What's that on the back? It reads, For McGilded. Ah, Mr. Magnus McGilded, the unfortunate philanthropist who perished in curious circumstances at the Old Bailey 2 months ago. A prominent man in London, though his loan-mongering demonstrated a distinct lack of scruples.
I'll scruple you.
I'll mace you good! So, you're an associate of his, are you? Or perhaps a subordinate?
Mr. McGilda was a man of unusually small stature. In fact, he was precisely the right size for that overcoat that you squeezed yourself into.
Your true identity remains shrouded in mystery, Mr. Eggert Benedict. But the final conclusion here is crystal clear. The reason you came to this pawnbrokery today.
Was to retrieve the article left behind by the late Magnus McGilded. Arg!
I'm sorry, I have to do it theatrically whenever he spins.
Yeah.
Because I think he's like kind of...
I'm a ballet dancer!
I was born to dance!
Yeah. Deduction complete. Elementary!
More like intermediate. Boo, get off the stage!
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm college level.
Ah, you're post-secondary. Well respected, my good man. Well, Mr. Magnus McGilded. Not a name I expected to hear in these circumstances.
Take off the overcoat.
All right, Mr. Egerton. Mr. Eggert Benedict, take it off.
Or we scramble your ass.
Clothes off, now. Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid there's something very troubling on my mind. Pray tell, Mr. Sato. Well, according to what Mr. Windybank told us earlier, today was the final day on which the coat could have been redeemed, was it not? Yes, ma'am, that is correct. Today would be precisely 2 months since it was first deposited. Was it deposited on the day he was killed?
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Well, today is 15th of April, so 2 months ago today...
Would have been 15th February, sir. That's right. It's all carefully recorded in my ledger. Deposited at 10:30 p.m., I see.
After he died. What? But that suggests...
Yeah. Yes, 15th of February is precisely the day on which the omnibus murder took place. At 10:30 in the
And
evening
10:30 in the evening.
is precisely the time at which the terrible events were unfolding.
We just proved that he was never in there at any time.
Suggestive is not the word. It would seem the matter is entirely beyond coincidence. Could the blood on the disc have been the victim's blood? Or maybe the coat in question wasn't McGilded's coat.
But the victim that he used as a cadaver to replace him.
Yeah.
Interesting. I mean, those things are very sharp because they are very thin metal.
You are, of course, at liberty to make whatever outlandish deductions you choose. However, I must insist you hand over the music box disc now.
Now he has the revolver that was
On the table.
Yeah, freely accessible by anybody with a sharp hand.
It would be a terrible shame for you to return to your native land in a box.
What do I do? Hand it over. I don't know.
I don't think it really matters, but...
Yeah.
You know what? I want to see what happens.
There are some things a man must protect at all costs. This may very well be one of those things. And again, it may not. Mr. Windybank!
This is my shop. I can't allow any harm to come to any of my customers. If that were to happen, I should have to take my life.
Mr. Windybank, no!
All right, that's enough.
Constable. Inspector Gregson!
Judge, do you want to still voice him, or do you want me? He's assuming the position, folks. Inspector?
That's right, Sunshine. The alarm was raised on one of our dedicated emergency lines. So we got here as fast as we could. Now what's all this about, eh?
Oh, praise be! You're here at last! I was moments away from forfeiting my own life in my very own establishment!
Brother.
I know.
So it wasn't the pawnbroker's gun. It was.
It was his own. He
His
must
own.
have pulled it out of his pocket or something.
Yeah.
It would seem you have the upper hand. Curses foiled again.
Right, you lot have got some explaining to do. I don't appreciate being bothered with some petty argy-bargy.
You got some splaining to do.
Petty? Mr. Windybank very nearly met with his end.
Yeah, by his own gun as far as I can tell.
Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear, dear.
And the whole of Britain could meet with its end and get to the... If I don't get to the bottom of the case I'm supposed to be working on.
What? What on earth is this case, Inspector?
Spare no detail, Gregson.
I might have said a little too much. No matter, it's nothing to do with you lot.
Anyway,
Anyway, sir, you're gonna have to come with me down to the station.
but of course, Inspector.
I'm sorry, game, but every time you say there's nothing.
Ah!
He's getting away! Get after him! Oh wait,
Get after him, lads! Whistle the beat officer, too!
Sir! Oh no! He's slowly twirling away from us!
You just see them
There's
firing
been
at him, and he's
spate
just
of
pulling the
theft
Michael
and pawn
Jackson
shops
away
around
from
here
bullets.
recently. So we fitted emergency buttons underneath the counters for brokers to let us know when there's trouble.
Oh, so the classic silent alarm activate!
Yeah.
Oh, Inspector, I was very worried there for a while. Very worried indeed. Now that I see it, I feel like he...
Now then, Mr. Permanently in mourning.
Oh, yes?
I'll be taking that whatever it is of McGilded's down to the yard, thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
No, don't give it to him. It's mine, that is mine.
I'm sorry, miss, but anything belonging to McGilded has to be taken in as evidence now.
As evidence?
If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. You can argue with Mr. Benedict, but you can't argue with the cops.
Yeah, we put the headphones down because that wire is going to bust at that angle.
Yeah. Better?
Yeah, that's better. Yeah. And so we handed Mr. McGilded's disc over to Inspector Gregson, and were summarily turfed out of the shop and onto the street. To be continued.
Yeah, just so we're clarifying here, this is a to be continued for the first day of investigation. We technically still haven't gotten to the crime yet.
Yep.
The crime in question hasn't happened yet.
Oh, so we're not reviewing Mr. McGilded's death?
No, the crime technically hasn't happened yet.
Okay.
15th of April, Baker Street. See? That's why I hate grown-ups. All they do is feed you a pack of lies and take stuff away from you. Oh, really, Miss Lestrade? Tell me, is that overcoat keeping you warm? What? Oh my, surely you were given that. Yeah, the D let me keep it. After I looked daggers at him for long enough. He went through the pockets and then said, "Go on, then. Have it before telling me a scrap. To scrap." Always pays off giving people a look like you ate them.
Can't help but feeling that it's going to get you into serious trouble one day. Here's the problem that they haven't addressed yet. The guy wanted the other disc. There wasn't a second one.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet That's sewn into the jacket itself.
Maybe. It might be, yeah. What I really wanted was this nice shiny disc, mind? The music box disc?
I'm smoothing this as I was rolling over it, but I didn't realize. Okay, that's as far as I can go. But Mr. Weedybank said it was practically worthless.
I think I'm gonna go and have another bash. Give him a long, hard stare. I think not, Miss Lestrade. We shan't enter Windybanks again today. Why not? That's not fair.
It can't be helped, I'm afraid. The police are investigating the scene now and taking statements from Mr. Windybank.
But that disc's mine. I had a ticket for this coat and it was in the coat's pocket. And there should be something else in all. That's what the Rotten Cove said, ain't it?
Yes, he did mention something about another article, didn't he?
Well then, that's mine too, whatever it is.
Now she's really pushing her luck.
Miss Lestrade, I think it's time to admit defeat. You've had your haul for the day. Yeah, and it's all your fault, Sholmes. So what are your plans now? Will you dine with us this evening? Iris would be delighted to cook, I'm sure, and I might entertain you with a modest violin recital. No, Ta. Oh? Why would I come around your place, eh? Have you lost your head or something?
Brat will be brats.
Oh dear, she's gone. Having reviled on me quite unnecessarily, I might add. Is that what they call in those books? Is that what they call them in your world? Tsundere?
I can't help wondering if perhaps she might turn up anyway.
Interesting.
Once she had a chance to calm down, I think there's a good chance she'll decide to come.
Very well then. I'll inform Iris to set a place for our potential guests at the dinner table this evening. And one more thing.
One more thing?
I should be glad of your company later too.
Sorry?
I believe I will have a rather splendid surprise to show you. Oh, how exciting! What is it? You shall have to wait and see, Mr. Sato. Until later, then. Squadala, I am off. Okay. I need to look where to go, because I'm actually not sure.
Just go to Holmes's place? Because we don't really have any plans or anything yet.
I'm actually not sure.
Or maybe just the consultancy?
Yeah, just give it a sec. Give me a second. Okay. April Sholmes is sweet. Ah, Susie and Bruno, come in.
Good afternoon, Iris.
Thank you so much for breakfast this morning. Oh, don't mention it. Goodness, look at the time already.
Busy as always?
I am. I'm preparing everything for dinner this evening.
Already? You're obviously cooking something special, are you?
Oh, yes, after all, we have a special guest joining us. Guess who it is? Go on, you'll never guess.
Look at those little eyes of hers shining.
Oh dear, it is awkward when you already know the answer, isn't it? It's Ginny! Isn't that exciting? Ginny Weasley? Oh, what a surprise. Yes, that's wonderful news.
Wow, Iris seems overjoyed at the idea.
I can't wait to learn some pickpocketing tips from the real professional.
No! Oh yes, that does sound like fun.
I'm not sure that's entirely appropriate. Are you, Mr. Naruhodo?
By the way, Iris, what's Mr. Sholmes up to?
Hurley? Oh, he's been like that ever since I got back. He got back.
Hello, Mr. Sholmes.
I beg that you won't speak to me.
Sorry?
I don't know who you are, but kindly take your leave. As you can see, I'm not here.
I don't know how to respond to that.
I do apologize. When he gets like this, he's completely oblivious to everything.
Yes, I see.
Really, he behaves just like a child sometimes, Hurley does. Mr. Sholmes and Iris have something of a parent and child relationship, don't they?
Yes, except that Iris is clearly the parent here. Come to think of it, I wonder where her real parents are.
What's the matter, Runo? You have ever such a funny look on your face.
Oh, no, it's nothing.
I know what it is. Why does this girl live here with Mr. Sholmes, you're wondering, am I right?
How? How did you know that?
Oh, it's you. It's written all over your face, my boy. Oh, Runo, I can read you like a book.
Yeah, this girl is dangerous.
Don't worry. You can ask me anything. I won't mind.
Why are you living here alone?
Alone.
Alone!
Ginny.
So, by Ginny, you mean Miss Lestrade, the young woman from the McGilded case 2 months ago, right?
Yes. Who also stole my experimental smoke grenade launcher. Although, after that trial, I invited her back here and we had dinner together. And now we're the best of friends. Oh, what a lovely tale. Yes. Now I have a bump. Now if I bump into her on the street, she runs away as fast as she can. Oh. And I chase after her. Down the back alleys.
An interesting idea of friendship.
And then I let her have a latest color of smoke grenade I developed. Oh. There are so many beautiful colors in the world. Ginny wants me to make a whole rainbow.
Great. I suppose this means you've let Mr. Lestrade keep the smoke grenade launcher, have you?
Yes, that's right. I got bored of it anyway. Hurley always reacts the same way when I shoot him with it now.
Great. Poor Hurley.
Oh, I can't wait for Ginny to arrive. It's been too long since she last came over. Me orange, you orange, me give you orange, me orange.
I just hope she does actually come.
Living with Sholmes. I'm sure you've been wondering why it is that I live here with Hurley, haven't you?
Well, it has crossed my mind. That and where are your real parents?
My mommy and daddy aren't with me anymore.
Oh, shit. Terrible backstory incoming.
Seems like she's aware of it, though. Mommy passed away when I was born. Around the same time, my father, well, he had to go to a faraway land because of one of the cases he and Hurley were working on.
Oh. Wait a minute. Did you say he and Hurley?
Yes. Daddy and Hurley were always solving mysterious cases together.
She didn't mention that before.
He wrote them all up in his diaries. That's what's in the metal case over there. Chest.
Really? He recorded them all?
So, you mean it's true? Mr. Sholmes really did have a partner with whom he tackled some of his most taxing cases? Oh, yes! I mean, it's always nice to have one, isn't it?
So Mr. Sholmes' partner was your father?
Exactly. Hurley told me I wasn't allowed to look in the chest. But that only made me want to look even more, so I opened it up. And found your father's memoirs. Yes. So I asked Hurley, who wrote these? He nearly fell out of his chair. But then he told me. That's when I found out that the author of all those accounts was my father.
So Iris's father was Mr. Sholmes' partner.
Father.
I practically lived with Hurley all my life. I was tiny when he took me in. So it came as quite a shock when Hurley told me he wasn't really my daddy anymore.
Wait, what? It must have done.
I wonder why Mr. Sholmes chose to tell you, and at such a young age. Hurley says it's because he wouldn't have been able to hide it from you. Oh? Well, having lived with Hurley all these years, you might say that his ways have rubbed off on me. There are some things I can just see. Especially lies. I almost know when people are lying before they open their mouths sometimes.
Right.
Anyway, I was so fascinated when I read Daddy's diaries. That's what inspired me to write The Adventures of Herlock Sholmes, actually. I'd always assumed Mr. Sholmes simply told you all those thrilling stories. Oh no, Hurley's hopeless like that. He forgets everything. As soon as he solved the case, it all but vanishes from his mind. Oh, I see. That sounds very... How do I put this? That sounds very ASD.
Yeah.
That's a very prominent trait with people who have autism.
Well, no longer relevant now.
When someone has autism, they may have a fixation for a time, but then as soon as they lose interest in it, they just completely forget it.
Yeah.
Generally. My brother who has autism, he's kind of like that sometimes.
I can be like that too.
Oh, I see. The other day, it was so embarrassing. As usual, he totally forgot about the case he just solved. So the very next day, he gathered together all the people involved and proceeded to solve the case again. It was quite a shock for everyone.
You could say that again.
You share your father's surname, don't you, Iris? That's right, Wilson. Daddy is Dr. John H. Wilson. I learned from his diaries that he's a doctor of medicine, you see. That's what prompted me to study so that I could earn a doctorate as well. I forgot that she actually has a doctorate.
Yeah. Iris's father, who went to some distant land, and is a doctor by the name of John H. Wilson.
In case, for those of you watching who may have forgotten this, that was the victim in the very first trial of this game.
Yeah, of which Ryunosuke was wrongly accused
of. Yeah, was framed for.
Yeah.
The court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. Kindly state before the court the name of the victim in this case.
The victim's name was Dr. John H. Wilson.
And now everyone in the audience collectively did a...
That's right, visiting professor of medicine at Imperial Yume University. And the man who, in the most bizarre of circumstances, lost his life just before we left Japan.
Very tragically, too.
Yeah. Mrs. Otto,
Yes?
perhaps we shouldn't pursue this conversation any further at this time.
I think that would be for the best. Ah, my dear fellows, how good to see you!
Brett.
Mr. Sholmes! Why ever did you not make your presence known to me before? Well, no matter. Oh. So, how the devil are
We've been with you for most of the day.
Goodness, really? Do tell me, Mr. Sholmes, is your violin unscathed? My violin? Whatever are you talking about, Jeff?
My goodness.
Either that or he has some form of amnesia.
No. It's... Anyway.
Or again, if he's not focusing on it, he just doesn't
Yeah.
think about it. Oh, never mind that now. I have something far more interesting to show you. Behold, my dear fellows. Oh, another music box disc. No, not another disc, Mr. Sato. This is the one Gregson demanded we hand over as evidence, Mr. McGilden's disc. Oh my.
He hammered a copy, didn't
Then,
he? Then it... What's it doing here?
you know, at times, Mr. Naruto, I think that ought I have an undeniable truth of turn for detection. I may well have been more adept at larceny. Oh, that would be wonderfully exciting. I'd be your pickpocketing assistant. And Runo could be our go-to lawyer if we ever got caught.
Right.
like we collectively do, the Dr. Eagle. Right.
Yeah.
Plus, Susie has such beautiful handwriting. She could write all of our menacing crime notifications. Oh, and Yusuke can leave the calling cards.
Right.
Oh, I do have fascination moments.
Yeah, we all know Yusuke in Persona 5 is very art sexual.
Yes, I'd be delighted.
I'm just gonna pretend this conversation never happened, I think. The music box disc. I don't understand. How did that disc come to be in your possession? Dude, look at the color. It's not the same disc. I thought Inspector Gregson took it back to Scotland Yard.
You don't understand. He's not Apollo. He doesn't have good eyesight.
I know.
Apollo is the only one in this franchise that has eyesight, for goodness sake.
Motherfucker.
And you should know, and we all know this because he stares at everything intently.
I see.
See? Quite correct. And that sort of uncompromising attitude is precisely why I always carry some of this. That's a bar of caramel, Mr. Schultz.
Your one and only friend in times of loneliness, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, he's one of those housewives that always relies on chocolate to make him happy.
No. He's using that as a mold, I'll bet.
If you would humor me, my dear fellows, cast your minds back to when the good detective confiscated the disc.
I'll be taking that, whatever it is, of McGilden's down to the yacht. Thank you very much. So hand it over.
Oh, yes, of course.
I love that as soon as I tapped your arm, you literally just yeeted your phone across your body. You're like President Screw. If the police demand something as evidence, my dear fellow, we have no choice but to capitulate. It's all yours, Inspector. For the briefest of moments, I had the disc in my hand.
Yes, you did, but I still don't understand. Sleight of hand, my dear boy.
It was at precisely that moment that I summoned my one and only friend into action. I pressed the disc into the pair of bars, like this.
That's amazing!
The disc and all of the minuscule protrusions that made an image in the caramel. Indeed, this caramel is quite exceptional. I developed it myself. Suitably soft for making impressions, but resistant to melting. The result of a precisely controlled solution. How extraordinary. Carrying a pair of these on one's person frequently proves very useful indeed. Take a house key, for example. A simple press, and its unique form is duplicated. I can enter anyone's property at will, and never without high sucrose nourishment.
Yes, it sounds legal.
From the image, I was able to create this. I confess I was most curious to know what matter of music would issue from the disc when played. Okay, fair enough.
The music on the disc.
It's like he's like Doc Lewis when I think about it. no good trainer goes without his chocolate bar.
Yeah. Then you knock it out of his hands, and he goes.
Now you've done it. You won't like Doc when he rips off his red jacket and it's just a leopard print one under.
Yeah.
And then a sign says, "Removing Doc's chocolate is hazardous for your health. The WVBA is no longer responsible for any frustration that may come from this encounter."
Yeah.
I love that they did that. That was so funny.
So good.
Do tell us then, Mr. Sholmes, what music does the disc play? Well, unfortunately, I have no idea.
No idea?
None whatsoever. Are you familiar with the workings of a music box, my dear fellows?
No, I'm afraid not.
Goodness, you don't know? No. Inside a music box, there's a special metal piece called a comb. That's what produces the sound. Small protuberances pluck the different teeth of the comb as they rotate past it, making the different notes. The first music box is to be invented using a rotating cylinder with protuberances on it. But over time, a new type of player was produced, which uses discs such as these. With that development, the popularity of music boxes spread far and wide all across the globe. Why exactly? Because the discs are easy to produce and can be interchanged to facilitate the playing of different tunes. There are a great many firms in Europe now manufacturing music boxes as a result. It is wonderful to be able to enjoy music even when no performer is present.
Yeah, the only problem with that is their cases and sizes have probably not been standardized yet.
Yeah. But it is the very success of the invention that means we are now presented with an insurmountable problem.
What do you mean?
As you may imagine, the construction of one firm's music box does not match that of another. And we have no way of knowing in which music box this particular disc is designed to be played. There is no resolution to this problem, I'm afraid. It's quite intractable.
Oh, I see. So that's why.
Naturally, I tested the disc in those few music boxes I have at my disposal. But as you can hear, to no avail. The results are equally unsatisfactory in this one. Unless you're playing a horror game.
Yeah.
I feel like it wouldn't fit in a horror game. So, I am presently engaged in acquiring an example of all the music boxes ever made in Europe. Every single one? That's early for you. Always taking things too far. I guess you could say it's an obsession of his. Another fixation, eh, Mr. Sholmes? But, my dear girl, an unresolved riddle is quite repugnant to my constitution.
But surely all the different types in Europe will amount to a huge volume of music boxes, won't it?
Yes, that is certainly true. In the worst case, I shall just have to ask you to vacate the attic room.
Right. What?
He's like Grievous. This will make a fine addition to my collection. Put it with the rest, too.
I actually saw an AI video that I didn't play, but it was playing silently in the Twitter feed. It was freaking General Grievous taking his lightsabers to Pawn Stars. Mr. McGilded perished within hours of the trial's conclusion. Was it the curse of the Reaper? No one knows, still now. The omnibus was reduced to a pile of ash, not a shred of evidence remained. And with the man's death, the truth about the murder in which he was so intimately involved was buried.
This vexes me.
Even though we successfully established Mr. McGilded's innocence in the trial,
the newspapers are still claiming that it remains an unsolved case.
The murder of the brickmaker, Mr. Thrice-Fired Mason. In the end, the truth of the matter remains a mystery. We still have no idea what really happened that night. And although Mr. McGilded was found not guilty through my defense, I still don't know if that was the right judgment or not.
It would appear the case is not yet closed. Well, it's time I started getting things ready for dinner, I think. Ginny will be here before long. Thank you, Iris. Oh, will you let me help you then? Of course, Susie. There's plenty to do.
I can't wait to help you make dinner.
I think I shall investigate the condition of my faithful performing. Now then, where did I leave it?
Let this be a lesson to you, Mr. Sholmes. Never leave anything too precious with the pawnbroker.
Yes, you may be right. Oh, that reminds me of something Mr. Windybank said before. He said that he had a manuscript of Iris's in pawn, didn't he? Did he?
Yes, he definitely mentioned it. Mr. Sholmes' latest tale of otherworldly mysteries lies dormant in my storeroom. Were his words, I believe.
So you heard about that, did you? I expect you were as incensed as I was. Oh yes, the idea of such a wonderful story languishing in Mr. Windybank's storeroom gathering dust. My dear madam, I'm quite sure I told you already. The pawnbroker's storeroom is the safest place for it. More secure than a bank's vault. And what about your Stradivarius, Hurley? Was that safe and secure? Well, there may be an occasional mix-up.
Caused by a certain impetuous someone not too far from me now?
Do you have any idea how long it took me to write that Baskerville story, Hurley?
Do you know how little that is a town?
Oh, it sounds so exciting! The Hound of the Baskervilles. I should love to read it. How did you know the title?
Uh-huh. What's going on here? Why does it feel like an icy chill just swept through the room? She has it.
Susie, what did you just say?
You just outed yourself.
You said the Hound of the Baskervilles. But how could you know the full title? Well,
That's because Mr. Zato is such a great fan of all the stories about Mr. Sholmes, of course. No.
But Runo, the Hound of the Baskervilles has never been published.
What?
When I showed Hurley the manuscript, he told me that I wasn't allowed to publish it yet.
I don't understand.
That's why he said that he'd keep it safe. Until it was the right time for the story to be made public, you see.
So that's why the manuscript is at Windybanks?
And yet, how could Susie here know its title?
She pilfered it.
Well, Hurley, what's going on? Ah,
What is it, Mr. Sholmes?
it would appear our guest has arrived.
Small child. Miss Lestrade? Aww.
This was a bad idea. I knew I weren't welcome.
Aww.
I'm going.
Adorable shy one. No, wait! Miss Lestrade! We've all been eagerly awaiting your arrival. Adorable small child. Haven't we, Iris?
Oh yes, just wait here, Ginny. We'll have everything ready in a jiffy. Come along, Susie. Right, of course.
Uh-huh.
It's a pleasure to see you here, Mr. Stride. Please, make yourself at home.
I'm gonna kill you later.
Don't stand in the doorway, my dear girl. Come along in. Let's say you to some Mendelssohn. I won't take no for an answer.
Pick the type of tea. Meddlesome it is, then.
Heh.
Kitty! Meow.
Ow!
Ow!
Am I a cat?
That evening, Iris prepared us all a meal that was even more delicious than usual. Mr. Sholmes' violin performance was in no way meddlesome. And Gina, as we came to call her, taught us how to steal things from one another without being noticed.
I just realized I could think of an explanation for why she knows. Windy Bank's book was wide open.
True. And so I guess the Mendelssohn is
Mendelssohn is, I believe,
a piece of music. Yeah.
Yes, because he was talking about playing his violin.
Yeah. Everyone thoroughly enjoyed themselves well into the night. And then we woke up to murder. Oh, geez, we didn't even wake up yet.
And everything changed.
That was a very enjoyable evening, wasn't it?
Oh yes, Iris's cooking was truly divine.
And I feel as though I can still hear the enchanting strains of Mr. Sholmes' violin even now.
Best of all, I bet I could steal the glasses from his lordship's face next time we're in court.
I swear if those go missing for any amount of reasons.
Naruhodo-san, can I consult with you about something, I wonder?
What's the matter, Suzaku-san?
It's about the telegram I received.
Oh. The one that arrived first thing this morning, I suppose.
I've been summoned.
I've been summoned.
In defense mode?
What? Summoned? What do you mean?
The telegram was from the Lord Chief Justice's office. Lord Strongheart has asked to see me.
The Lord Chief Justice? When?
Tomorrow morning.
What? Then we have to start preparing at once.
Oh, no, that won't be necessary, Naruhodo. I've been summoned alone.
Alone? What on earth for?
I have no idea. I suppose I shall find out tomorrow.
What's all this about? Whatever it is, it's making me feel very uneasy. Oh, who could that be, I wonder?
Good evening, friends.
Oh, Iris. Hello again. Gina.
And Gina, too. Yes, Ginny's going to stay with us tonight. She's going to sleep in with me. Isn't that right, Ginny? Well, yeah.
Uh-huh.
How lovely. Let me make a pot of tea.
Tea.
Girl slumber party. Hooray. You know, I've learned so much today. Oh, what in particular? All those things Ginny showed us. Wasn't it wonderful?
Ah, you mean those pickpocketing techniques. We had fun trying them out on each other, didn't we?
I think I've awakened a new talent.
Natural talent.
Natural talent. I could earn a living from it.
No, stop. You might be getting ahead of yourself a little here.
Then again, she could play the cute little girl angle.
No, stop it. Stop corrupting the child. So, what brings you up to our humble quarters at this late hour?
Well, you see, I came to return this.
Brother. Wait, what? That's mine!
Oh my, however did you... I told you, didn't I? I have a natural talent for it.
Oh yes, I'd forgotten. Iris literally is a child genius.
So anyway, here, you can have it back.
You can also have this back, too. How the hell did you take my boxers off of me?
surprised what I can do when you're unconscious. Wait, what? Not that I really understand why you wear it, though.
Let me make that clear, Chris. That was sleight of... That wasn't superpowers. That was sleight of hand.
Tell me, Chris, is this your card?
What?
Well,
No, Wesker, it's not.
Check out your foreskin.
What? What are you talking about? God, that scene.
Yep. Alright then, good night.
I can't believe they managed to do that with a straight face.
Yeah.
Yes, good night.
So this is your office, is it? What do you think, Ginny? I think I wouldn't fancy chances with a lawyer what lives in a place like this. Yes, me too.
It seems as though Iris here still has something she'd like to talk about.
I suppose she probably wants to talk about the manuscript.
Yes, I suppose she probably does.
This'll be, I think, we've got one more big moment. We'll get through that. And then we'll,
Okay.
Iris, I suppose you're hoping to talk about the manuscript, aren't you? Aren't you going to tell me? I'm so sorry. I need a little more time, please.
She has the manuscript, I'm guessing.
Alright, I understand. I hope I haven't made you feel awkward. Oh no, not at all, Iris, not at all. I don't know what this is really about, really, but it's a story you made up, isn't it, Iris? This mental script or whatever you call it?
Right.
It's not exactly a story that I made up. It's something I read in Daddy's diaries. Daddy's? That's right. I don't suppose I've mentioned it to you before, Ginny, but my daddy was Hurley's assistant once. His partner. Eh? Eh, what?
You what?
You fucking what? They've solved all sorts of strange and mysterious cases together. Is that right, mister?
Apparently so. I was just as surprised as you are, though.
And Daddy wrote all the details in every single case down, you see, in his diaries. So I study them and write my stories based on what they actually happened. So, where's your old man now, then?
He did.
He had to go away on urgent business to a faraway land, and he'll be gone a very long time. So I've never really met him.
Have they told her
No.
that?
No, they're keeping it. They're keeping it.
Are you freaking serious?
Oh, right.
Come to think of it, I don't know anything about Gina's parents either. Perhaps we should ask her.
Considering that she lives on the street by herself,
Yeah,
I think we
bro.
can make an honest
Come on. Deduction. Iris, this Hound of the Baskerville story, I take it that's another tale inspired by your father's accounts?
That's right. I thought it was fascinating. Arguably one of Sherlock Holmes's most famous stories. But it's different somehow from the other cases, I mean.
Oh, how?
I don't really know, but it must be special in some way.
Isn't that the first time that they come across Moriarty?
Because after I'd written it and showed the manuscript to Hurley, he turned as white as a sheet. It was the first time I've ever seen him like that. It pains me to have to say this after you've toiled over it for so long, Iris. But this story must not be published at this time, under any circumstances. But why not? It's one of my best works. I'm not at liberty to say, not now. So please, do not ask me.
Yeah, clearly this it's because it contains pertinent information about other crimes, and it probably has to do with Moriarty.
But I do solemnly swear But I will explain everything one day, Iris, when the time is right. And that's how... Oh,
And that's how the manuscript came to be with Mr. Windybank, is it?
yes. Hurley said it had to be somewhere very safe. That really gets my goat, that does. He's treating you like a child. It's mean, that's what it is, keeping secrets like that.
Well, no, the reason why is what he read probably was closer to the truth than he would have liked. And if that got published, it would reveal to the perpetrator that they know.
Yeah, something. Reveal something.
I'm sure Mr. Sholmes isn't trying to be mean.
Eh?
If he said he wasn't at liberty to talk about it, I'm sure there must have been a very good reason. Shut up, Con.
I think so too.
What's that?
You lot are too trusting for your own good. But you can't pull the wool over my eyes. Sholmes is lying to Iris. I bet my life on it.
Lying? What?
Hurley's lying to me? Okay, so now we gotta talk to...
Ginny Weasley.
Look at her just sulking in the corner.
Small child. Your parents. Why are you adopted? I mean, what? I've realized that I don't know anything about your parents, Gina.
I ain't got any, have I? Never did have. Oh.
Are you one of those, like, poster childs for, like, the foster parents dropout who, like, goes from, what's it called? Not adoption, the homes for children. I keep forgetting the names.
Orphanages?
Yeah, orphanage to orphanage because they couldn't handle your rambunctiousness.
I don't know. Look, the ESET's full of orphans like me. No one wants nothing to do with us from the minute we're born. Not even our mums.
Great.
But we all stick together. The older ones look after the little ones and make sure they get by. So that's why you're a pickpocket.
You couldn't be honest with your work?
Nah, diving's my life. I love it. I get a kick out of it every time I lift some pompous idiot's purse. And that's how we all afford to eat. I'm like Robin Hood, ain't I? That's how I see it.
Yeah, but you're not always robbing from the most egregiously rich people, though.
I do think about it sometimes. What it'd be like to have parents, I mean. I always thought it'd make everything right. But having listened to what Iris just said, it sounds like having parents ain't always easy either. Oh. I mean, if you know you never had them, you don't feel like you're always wanting to meet them.
Yeah, I can understand half of that.
Yeah. It's true. I do want to see Daddy so much. Oh dear.
So it looks like all the older people understand what's going on, even without being said.
Yeah.
Gina, what did you mean by when you said you know Mr. Sholmes is lying to Iris?
Well, he reckons he bopped that mental script or whatever, right? Come on, that's obviously a load of rubbish. Oh my. Why would you think that, Gina? It's simple. If that story was really in old Windybank's storeroom, there's no way someone from halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it. Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling you. But Hurley would never do something like that. Sure of it. Grown-ups do a lot worse than that, believe me. Bare-faced liars, the lot of them. You just ain't realized it yet.
Or you're missing the obvious in that she just snuck a look inside the chest.
I'm telling you, that mantle script ain't at Windybank's. You'd soon see if you had a look. Even if you think you can trust him, I don't. That Sholmes is a liar like the rest of them. If I'm honest, I have wondered if Hurley's telling me the truth sometimes. See? Oh, but I don't mean that I think he sold it. I mean, if I sometimes wonder if he might have hidden my manuscript somewhere I don't know, even though it's wrong of me to doubt him.
Don't be so hard on yourself. Too hard on yourself, Iris.
Oh my goodness, look at the time. Come along, Ginny. We should go back downstairs. Yeah, alright. And please, don't mention any of this to Hurley, will you?
No, of course not. Good night then, Iris. Good night, Gina.
You must let me make breakfast for you tomorrow morning. I insist. Oh, yes, please. I can't wait, Susie. Good night, then.
Iris, it sure is easy to forget, isn't it? Sometimes she just speaks just like an adult. But deep down, she's still just a child.
Yeah, a 10-year-old kid.
This music reminds me of the slow music of Twilight Town.
Yeah, I hear it. She just said it's time that we went to bed as well.
Yeah. Dr. John H. Wilson, Iris's father, but also the name of the murdered visiting professor at Yume University. It can't be a mere coincidence. There's something deeper going on.
Deep thoughts with the deep.
No, I'm going crazy. Mr. Naruhodo.
Mr. Naruhodo.
That voice. That's Mr. Sholmes. What's going on? It's the middle of the night.
It's Miss Lestrade. She's gone.
Gina?
She was supposed to be sleeping in Iris's room, but her bed is empty.
Well, she's an independent young woman. She'd probably decide to go home, no?
I think not. From speaking to her before she retired, I received a distinct impression that she was looking forward to breakfasting with Miss Susato. No, I don't believe the girl has gone home, but I've been waiting for over an hour now.
Over an hour? Oh.
If you'll indulge me, look out the window, my dear fellow.
If she's trying to get our attention...
What's this? Well, we'll see.
What's this now?
What's this about? There's lights on in the pawnbroker.
Uh-oh, Spaghetti-O. Wait a minute. Why is there a light on at this time of night?
I'm also questioning why he would leave stuff outside.
Because it is of little value, I'll bet.
I guess, but even at a pawnbroker's, it's still merchandise.
I mean, you see that happen all the time at the Giant Tigers. That's Mr.
Windybank's pawnbroker.
Mr. Windybanks. Oh no!
Oh no! It's simple. If that story was really an old Windybank storeroom, there's no way someone with halfway around the world, in other words, you, could know about it.
Oh, she didn't.
Sorry, Iris, but if you ask me, he sold it. Without telling him. I think she's doing it just to prove that, like when she said it, she hopes she's wrong.
Yeah. Could Gina have gone?
It seems you have some knowledge of the situation, Sir Naruto.
Sorry? Oh, no. Not really.
Well, anyway, we must investigate. At once.
Mr. Zato?
This is the big thing that I was talking about. Once this part is done, then we'll call it off.
We're going to see her in the thing with a murder weapon and the pawnbroker dead at her feet, aren't we?
Sort of. I don't remember exactly.
Yeah, the door to Windybanks, it's open.
And the lamp is burning.
It must be Gina, mustn't it?
Let us hope it's nothing more sinister.
What?
Come, there's not a moment to lose. Clearly something is afoot here. Or inside.
Yeah, it's fine. There's no one here.
Oh, yes, there is. Ah! Mr. Sholmes! Mr. Sholmes!
What the? Has Sholmes been shot?
Leave me, Mr. Naruhodo!
But
After them! Go!
right. Blast! I've lost them.
Hello, what have we here? That's the Bobby. The alarm has been raised from the pawnbroker, sir. Would you know something about it?
Officer, come with me. It's my friend, Mr. Sholmes. He's been shot.
Shot?
With the policeman close behind me, I ran back to to Windybanks. No.
Mr. Sholmes!
Mr. Narado,
Okay.
How bad is it? Never mind me, but there's much at stake. Behind that door. In the storeroom. Hurry!
Yep.
Who killed them?
Yep.
It's Gina!
But then again, she's out as well, so something else happened in there.
Yeah, this is going to be another closed room mystery, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So Gina's dead.
So basically, that's the premise. So Windy Bank has been murdered, and Gina's getting blamed for it.
And because he died at the door, it wasn't able to be opened by a person of her stature.
Okay, well, we need to stop though.
Yep, this
We
is
know.
where this is where we call it. We have now actually gotten to the mystery of this case.
Mysterious.
Yeah, and we saw those two mysterious blokes. So we'll see how they plot.
Yeah. Alrighty, folks, that's us for tonight. We'll see you guys again on Sunday for some more Phasmophobia. The Easter event is now over, so we're going to be playing the game as normal and trying to complete our basically our objectives for getting the last of our IDs done. In the meantime, check our offline page for the schedule. If you want to join us in our lovely community, please join us here on the Poutine Mentors Discord. And if you want to watch us live, watch us here on twitch.tv/Terpinator. We'll see you guys then. Bye.
See you later.